Seriously, I can't believe Pixar went from this to this. Oh my god, why? Hello, superheroes and supervillains. It's your friend Sean PVS 101. Welcome back to our movie review. My channel. I'm keep continuing on my Pixar movie review series on my channel, leading up to Luca, and today I'm gonna do a movie review. Well, we'll scratch that. This is not gonna be a movie review. This is gonna be a movie rant on Cars 2. Yes, this is my first Pixar movie series on my channel to feature a movie rant on my Pixar marathon. And this movie was directed by, once again, by John Lasseter. And this movie stars not Lightning McQueen at all. This movie is now featuring Larry the Cable Guy as Mater. Oh god, no. And this movie stars Owen Wilson once again as Lightning McQueen, and also featuring new experts like Anthony Hopkins as Figment Missile. And so the plot for this movie takes place 5 years later after the first Cars movie left off. In this one, Lightning McQueen and Mater having a nice time together, and then suddenly Lightning McQueen had been invited to the World Grand Prix around the world. Then Lightning McQueen has to invited all his friends, and especially fucking Mater, to the World Grand Prix. And also, while he's ready to try to racing like this Italian racer guy in the World Grand Prix, but then suddenly Mater came out of nowhere to become a random secret agent with the new characters like Missile, and they have to take down the evil villain, most worst Pixar villain ever, to take over the world. Oh no, and blah blah blah. That's the plot for this awful movie. So, after I watch this movie on Disney Plus, leading up to Luca, what think about this movie? My god, this film is awful. Seriously, what the actual hell Pixar is thinking? Can't believe they went from Toy Story 3 to this. Seriously, this movie is so freaking horrible. It is goddamn unwatchable, very unfunny, and sometimes tortured. God, this film is awful. It makes goddamn no sense. There is no emotional accent. There's no beautiful redeeming quality from beginning, middle, and end. It's just a fucking cash grab to throw some random characters to sell freaking money. Seriously, this is the very first Pixar movie I absolutely fucking hate with a burning passion, and also this is the very first Pixar movie I can handle. Seriously, are there any good things about it? Just a few bit. Like, the animation is solid. Not my favorite Pixar animation, but it's still solid and creative. Also, the backgrounds are very nice. I do love the backgrounds. Also, the racing aspect, I want to focus on the racing aspect of the Cars movies, but instead of unfunny fucking humor. Also, the score is good. That's it. But the rest of the movie sucked. So yeah, let's bring my dark saber with me and tear this one. So the story and the writing for this movie, such a mess. Seriously, the storytelling is badly written. There is no beginning, middle, and end, which I'll admit, the beginning scene with the action scene was pretty cool, but there's no thoughtful moments from beginning, middle, and end. It's just some unfunny jokes thrown at you, make you cringe a lot, because there is no message. There's no redeeming message from the first movie, which the first movie had a nice message about with Lightning McQueen not to be a selfish jerk and learn how to be a thoughtful person to the townspeople. And that's what makes the message in the first film work. But in this one, there is no goddamn message. This movie had to focus on unfunny goddamn humor with Larry the Cable Guy, which I don't hate that guy, but his character is not that funny in my opinion, because there's no emotional moments, there's no thoughtful message. It's just it's a bunch of goddamn unfunny humor thrown at your throats. Okay. Also, the characters, none of the characters are very well written in the first film because we had to focus on one of the worst characters of the franchise, Mater. My God, what an ass! What an annoying little bastard! I hate Larry the Cable Guy as this character. Well, don't get me wrong, I don't hate this person, but the character from the first movie I absolutely hate because this bastard is the Jar Jar Binks of Pixar. Because seriously, oh my God, seriously, in this one he's a lot more fucking annoying than the first film. Like seriously, he is so annoying. Like seriously, why the hell Pixar make this bastard the main character, not Owen Wilson's character from the first one? Which, seriously, this guy is so dreadful. I can't stand this fucking piece of shit character because he is the worst thing Pixar has ever done in their lives. Because also the other characters, like Owen Wilson, he wasn't very in it. Also, shh, not now, Mom. Sorry about that. That's my mom in the background. Just don't want to bother him. Also, the other characters in the first film, I don't care any less. They're just one-dimensional than the first film. Also, the new characters like Anthony Hopkins' character, Figment Missile, he was cool, but he wasn't that interesting. But Anthony Hopkins did a good job voicing this character, but he wasn't that interesting. But also his partner, don't give a shit about her. Also, there's also the humor. My God, the humor is torture. I didn't bear any laugh of the scene. The humor is so torture to watch. I can't stand the humor, especially the fucking main character. My gosh. Seriously. Also, the villain, Professor Z, is hands down the worst Pixar villain I have ever seen in my life. Professor Z sucked in my opinion. But say what about Evelyn Dever from Incredibles 2. Yes. She wasn't a perfect Pixar villain, but at least I care for Evelyn Dever as a character, which at least I can handle Evelyn Dever's motivations, where she's coming from. But Professor Z in Cars 2, I don't give flying fucks about his motivation. Seriously, Professor Z is such a horrible Pixar character. Hands down worst Pixar villain I ever seen. So yeah, I have nothing good about this movie because this movie is so awful. Okay. Awfully written because I have nothing fun with this movie because this is the worst thing that Pixar has ever done. Overall, guys, no complaints. Overall, I hate everything about this movie. This is the worst Pixar movie ever made, with awful writing and storytelling, unlikable characters, especially the main character, good animation, and a decent score. Overall, okay, let's go. Overall, I hate this movie. I give this movie a 0 out of 10 and a big fat middle finger. Oh my God, I hate this film so much. I just want to think something positive. No more of God awful Mater. Give me something positive. Okay. Thank you.